action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. Capital One Arena in our nation's capital. Tonight, the Washington Wizards taking on the Chicago Bulls. Gets a look, can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Here comes the screen. Wall to Howard. Whoa, gets to the rim, and they'll count the basket. 2 steps or 5 steps. I don't know, Jay. It looked good.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
From the painted area, won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Wizards with the basketball. Oh, big finish at the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
And gets to the basket. Jay, he knew exactly where he was going with it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Okay, reset it.
Into the front court comes Wall. Looking to make something happen to Parker. To Howard. Wall. There it is, John Wall. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Here comes the screen. Runner's good there.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Wall across the timeline. His team up by 1. Can't miss those. Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Zach LaVine. Tough shot. He hits.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
The drive, right to the basket, right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here. The NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history.
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight Finals wins. To Parker. Jabari Parker rocking the rim. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a T.
Bulls with it. Dunn to Markkanen. Surveys the floor. Parker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Nothing going here on that drive. Goes to the right side. Defense making the ball carrier work. It goes down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Now the Wizards going to take the timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. The mayor of Ames making moves. Fred Hoiberg with some changes. Beal to Parker. Almost. And he's not getting the call. To Markkanen. Around the perimeter. Lopez. From long range. Rebound taken by Wall. To Parker. There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Rises for the slam.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Wizards at the controls. Wall to Beal. Fires the three. Bradley Beal missed his first. That one goes.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Parker. Add 2 points to the board. Deep three at the buzzer. So we are through one here at Capital One Arena with the Wizards out in front. Jay and I back with more after this. It's NBA Monday on EA Sports. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
I don't know if I'm watching an all-star game or a regular season game, because I'm telling you right now, Ed, if it was the regular season, which it is, by the way, you probably want to see some teams play some defense.
To Porter. Oh, had him going there for a second. Rebound taken by the Wizards. Wall into the front court. Up by 6. Has a look. There it is, John Wall. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And count the basket inside. Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Deep 2 there, won't go. Trying to cash in, open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Wall with it up top. Up a dozen. 4-3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
John Wall sends it away. Into the front court. It's Wall. Lead is 12. Lets it fly from long range. That's how you defend. Fires the 3. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm. And that's what we saw.
Count that one. And a 4-point trip. Into the front court comes Wall. It's an 8-point lead. To Beal. Bradley Beal. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Wall across the timeline. His team on top by 8. And stuffs it home.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Screen coming.
Hey, left.
To Porter. 5 to shoot for the Bulls. The jumper's off the mark. Beal? Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
That pass stolen by the Wizards.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Not going down here to Beal. Beyond the arc for three. And Bradley Beal, all muscle memory, puts it to good use there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Wizards come up with it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
And draws the foul.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Troy Brown at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Missed the second one as well. To Zach LaVine. Has a chance. Shot no good there by LaVine. To Beal. Wall. Not that time. He misses. To Porter. LaVine.
Hey, box out.
Short jumper off the mark.
Hold on, space out. ISO. Oh, I got
To Beal. Here's a chance from long range. Ooh, he'll take that.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
LaVine. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Done. To Wall. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Bulls with the rock. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Going to launch beyond the arc. They need something to go down. It's no good. Zach LaVine. smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Wall. Howard. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. To Porter. Turns and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Levine to Markkanen. Chicago with 4 to shoot. Zach Levine. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Nothing going here on that drive. Wall to Parker. Kicks it outside to Wall. For 3, and John Wall knocks down the wide open look.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
And Zach Levine, tough make that time, but you can't fault the defender as he hits the 3.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Levine. Here's Lopez, down low. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Layup goes down. Well done. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Chicago basketball. To Levine. Takes stock of the floor. Levine. 5 to shoot for the Bulls. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Here we go. Here we go.
To Howard. Oh, that's 3 seconds. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Defense. Defense. Let's go.
Gets it in the left corner. Baseline drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Trying to cash in. Decker off the mark. Cleans it up. And a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
To Wall. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and John Wall, good on the quick release there.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
I got him. Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Cruises inside for two.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Cashes in for two.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
I got it. I got it. Let's go. Let's go.
Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Wizards way out in front. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the fourth. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
My ball. My ball. Pick up. Pick up.
To Porter. Driving right to the basket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Dwight Howard able to recover with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
First try at the line, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second.
Match up, baby. I got ball. I got ball.
Wall, not getting the bounce. To Zach LaVine. From long range. Tough shot. Hand in his face. LaVine knocks down the three.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
John Wall goes to work. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. LaVine. Now a steal by Washington.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Howard to Wall. Screen coming. Wall to Howard. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Ed and I want to go home, too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Dwight Howard, couple of free throws on the way. 56% for his career. First one, count it. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Fires the three.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Washington basketball. Won't go. Probing the defense. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Parker with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Jabari Parker rocking the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Can't connect from inside. Kicks it around the perimeter to Wall. Here comes the screen. Wall. Superman, Dwight Howard. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Fires the 3. The Bulls clear the rebound. To Levine. Picked up by the Wizards.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here.
To Parker. Has a chance. Parker can't connect.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Wall into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Lauri Markkanen swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Levine. And he buries it.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
And John Wall still able to get it to go down with the defense closing in.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. That's a 5-second violation.
Here we go. My ball, my ball. Hey, watch this screen left.
5 to shoot for Washington. Wall cleans it up, slams it home on the putback.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Dunn to Porter. Otto Porter. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Wizards are the winners as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Rolly. If he counts on no call me that patrolling.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Moda Center in downtown Portland, Oregon. Tonight, it's the Portland Trail Blazers taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. And Portland comes up with the rebound. To McCollum. Here's a chance from long range. It's Middleton with the rebound. Bucks at the controls. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw, good for Giannis. It's a three-point play as the Bucks add to their lead. McCollum into the front court. Down three. Count the basket at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lillard. His first effort off the mark. Middleton won't go down. Cantor. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Bucks basketball. Short jumper off the mark. Cantor. To Lillard. Here comes the screen. Lillard to Cantor. That's out. Last touch by Brook Lopez. McCollum. Bledsoe. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Now the Blazers will use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Mike Budenholzer seen enough from this group. Here comes some changes. Lillard off the mark. Gets it in the right corner. C.J. McCollum. Well, their first three, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those that dropped earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
You suck.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Hill. And the rebound taken in by the Blazers. To Harkless. McCollum buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Milwaukee with the basketball.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
George Hill. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Lillard. D's got it. Damian Lillard. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Lillard can't connect. It's no good. Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. C.J. McCollum. Rebounds pulled in by the Bucks. Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. Down low to Mirotic. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Lillard. That is great vision to set it up. And his canter above the rim.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down.
Oh, yeah, 2 points.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Now the Blazers will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Lillard. He was all over him. To Antetokounmpo. Slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, and never knock down some threes.
5-second violation. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting... come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Joining me tonight, the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, you continue to surprise me, my man. I didn't know you knew about the Queen City.
All I know is you're the king in that town, in the Garden State.
Well, we're going to find out who the king is on the court this evening.
Lowry to Leonard. Even to Zubats with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
No good, and no foul.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. Missed his first, that one goes.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
And the finish, Jay, Euro stepping for two.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the match. Kyle Lowry with the rock. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the line. First try, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Lowry into the front court. They trail by one. Fires the three. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beyond the arc for three. Now that's a contest. Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Oh, yeah, me and you.
'Shot clock winding down. 4-3. Buries it.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Slams it down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Clippers have the basketball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Can't convert the free throw. Lynn to Danny Green. And he buries it.
Way to hit.
Five seconds to shoot to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander forcing one there. Well defended. Pascal Siakam. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, he missed a short one there.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Kawhi Leonard pins it. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Gilgeous-Alexander to Beverly.
I told you the screen was coming.
To Williams. Can't connect from in close. Even to Zubats. Rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Williams. His first effort off the mark. Straight on look. To Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Danny Green. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
Beverly into the front court. The score 10-8. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Lynn to Gasol. Jumper's good.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And Lou Williams buries the three with a hand in his face.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Easy path to the rim. Long key from 3/4 court. First quarter's complete. The Raptors in front. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Serge Ibaka, 2 of 4 now.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly. From the painted area, won't go down. Leonard to Ibaka. Shot from the lane, won't go. The follow won't go either. Beverly into the front court. Down 3. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Beverly into the front court. They're down 3. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Marc Gasol able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Oh, he had him there for a second. To Beverly. Shot no good there by Gallinari.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Patrick Beverly. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Has a chance. Lowry with a shot that's no good. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Oh, straight down the middle. 4-2.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Lowry gets it in the left corner. Here's a chance from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Leonard. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Trying to cash in. Oh, knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game.
Come on, Dallo. Happy Cinco. Yesterday.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Garrett Temple has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
Oh, yeah, get your money, man.
Jeremy Lin. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
You know, he may not show up in your feed all the time with the crazy highlights, but he's one of the most underrated creative shot makers we have in this game.
Here we go. I got him. Get down. Half court,
To Williams. Serge Ibaka. Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it. And scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Jeremy Lin. He's 2 for 2 now. Deep three at the buzzer. We reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Clippers have the basketball. Surveys the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Lets it fly from long range. He engulfed him that time. Terrific vision. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's 3 for 7.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
My ball.
Screen coming.
Right.
It's no good. Great defense. That is great vision to set it up. Oh, emphatic slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
It's LA Clippers ball. And the basket good at the rim.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Here comes the screen. Going to launch beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
So Lowry. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. And the finish on the nice step through.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Confidence is such a beautiful thing, isn't it? Even if your perceived abilities prohibit it, you gotta be you.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Marc Gasol tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Marc Gasol sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Oh, had him going there for a second. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Ah, the element of surprise on multiple fronts there. Well played.
And the Clippers able to clear the board.
I got him. I got ball. That's me.
Kawhi Leonard knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Mixing things up. Both teams making changes. Gilgeous-Alexander. That pass taken away by Toronto. Has a chance. Can't connect.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Short jumper misses. Looking to take this all the way. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
I got ball. It's all me.
Oh, he had it. Marc Gasol with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Marc Gasol sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
LA with 4 to shoot. From long range, he was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Has a look. Won't go. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Raptors have the lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
And a backcourt violation. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
To Williams for 3. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Fires the 3. That's how you defend. Toronto with the basketball. Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the 3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Pascal Siakam snatching it out of the air.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Here comes the screen. Leonard to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Passed it off. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His team up by 7. Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Oh, working hard there, collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Gilgeous Alexander. Serge Ibaka with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
That pass taken away by Toronto. Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Williams. Beyond the arc for three. That won't go. Ibaka. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Driving right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka with that shot. He's 5 for 8.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Defense making the ball handler work. To Williams. Curling inside. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
From the painted area, won't go down. To VanVleet. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. VanVleet denied. Have to like the defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Williams. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Williams. And he knocks it down, Jay.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Throws it down. Now the Clippers call a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter. And a chance here to empty their bench. Gilgeous Alexander. Almost, but no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
I got ball.
Trying to cash in. A shot no good there by Williams. Garrett Temple pins it. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Garrett Temple. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, it's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone. We welcome you to Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, from the land of the space program, we're ready for takeoff.
That's right, and they're letting those threes fly from everywhere on the court. Let's see if this team can win a third championship.
Ready to go here from Toyota Center. Let's gear up for the opening tip.
Hey, lock up.
Short jumper won't fall.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Not done yet. Another shot won't go either.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Clint Capella with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. To Paul. Harden, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Works it. 4-3. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
DeRozan takes on Eric Gordon. Here comes the screen. Clint Capella sends it away.
Don't stare him down.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. 24-second violation. Harden. James Harden. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's DeRozan controlling the offense. Has a chance. It's good.
Pick that chin up. This is a game of runs. They were on one. Now you might be on one.
Paul into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game. And he hits. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. To Paul. Ooh, crisp Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
DeRozan to Patty Mills. Beyond the arc for 3. Well defended. Tough shot for Patty Mills.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passes.
And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden. From long range. That's good D. Shot no good. Trying to cash in. DeMar DeRozan. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
To Aldridge.
Feed the beast, man.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Fires the 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Sizing up the defense. DeRozan with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Eric Gordon swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game. Oh, he sent that one to...
Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
5 to shoot for San Antonio. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. Cruises inside for 2.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Derek White, guarded by CP3. To Rudy Gay. Has a look. Almost, but no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Shumpert rejects it, and he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. So the Rockets with the lead after one at Toyota Center. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Here's a chance from long range. Won't go down. Well, you can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
I got him.
To Murray. And that's rebounded by Houston. Now Paul with the basketball. His team up by 7. Misfires. It's no good. For 3. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Fires the 3. Rudy Gay to Murray. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. San Antonio with the basketball. DeJounte Murray sizing up Eric Gordon. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Paul with it up top. Leads 3. Lets it fly from long range. That's rebounded by San Antonio.
Hey, switch, I got him.
DeJounte Murray. To Rudy Gay. Fareed. To Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest. 4-3. Not going down here. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Beyond the arc for 3. Offensive board. And the Spurs able to clear the rebound. Murray into the front court. They're down 3. Rocking the rim. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Harden into the front court. His team up by 1. Patty Mills guarded by CP3 from long range and a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Ooh, Chris Paul. Now 3 for 9.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Patty Mills. James Harden able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Lays it up and in.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
It's Rockets ball. Paul. Off the mark. And he finishes at the rim.
Shoot. Shoot. Let me see that dance, boy. Let me see it.
Harden with it up top. Down 3. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Patty Mills. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Harden. Another chance to Harden. Fires the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To the outside, to Patty Mills. Rockets come up with it. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. No good. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. And he can't convert the free throw. Harden in possession. His guys can hold for the final shot. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
That's it. First half has come to an end. The Spurs have the lead. Tight game through the first two quarters as we resume play here in the third. Gordon with it. His guys down three. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Great look and vision. Finish that.
So many teams just try to beat you with their offense. Well, your offense can only take you so far. The one thing that's supposed to travel, whether you're home or away, is your defense. That's your staple.
Mills in possession. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. Clint Capella pins it. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Harden with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Patty Mills picked up by Paul. To Aldridge. For three. That no good. Off the mark. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. DeRozan with it. Up by 3. Goes to the left side. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Rudy Gay. Aldridge against Chris Paul. Oh, bad pass. Taken away by the Spurs.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
And now Houston has the basketball. Harden. Capella down low to P.J. Tucker. Has a chance. Slams it home on the putback. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Patty Mills. Down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Old school equals high percentage.
And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
DeRozan takes on Eric Gordon. The jumper's off the mark. Hall into the front court. His group now down 2. On the drive, it's Harden, but his shot no good. Oh, they called the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Harden to Fareed. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
It's DeRozan. To Aldridge. Slam dunk.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Paul. Not that time. To Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc with James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
And the Rockets have the rebound. To Harden. Lets it fly from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss. DeRozan rises for the slam.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Harden, he engulfed him that time. To DeRozan, and stuffs it home. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
And hits the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Rivers into the front court. Shot clock off as they search for something to narrow the deficit. And knocks it down.
Ugh, did you see the way the ball came off his hands? Not the best form in the world, but it is where it is. Count it. Maybe just don't count on it all the time.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Spurs have the lead. It's the Spurs with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And you have to figure they like this spot they're in. Entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more importantly.
To Murray. DeRozan, guarded by Clint Capella. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. To Harden. And he scores. Jay, he may have taken a big step that time, but they'll count the bucket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Out of bounds the call off Iman Shumpert. DeRozan. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost, it will.
Add 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
DeJounte Murray. Rebound for Capella. Swings it. Can't connect from inside. Harden. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. DeRozan with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Oh, he had it. To Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Jakob Poeltl with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there, 4-3.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
And too much contact.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Paul to Capella. Harden. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down.
Oh, yeah, you've been working on your craft.
And gets both to drop at the line. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. 4-3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Murray. Goes reverse to lay it in.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Derek White matched up with Capella. To Aldridge. DeRozan with a shot, no good. Harden cleans the offensive glass. Offensive rebound for Reed. To Paul. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
And the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Paul against Murray. Won't go. Nice pass to set things up. DeJounte Murray. To DeRozan. Nothing going here on that drive. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Here's Harden with the rock. To Paul. Beyond the arc for 3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Gets it at the top of the key. From long range. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one, counted. Second to 3, got it. 3 for 3. Nice. Murray with it. His guys trail now by 4. To Aldridge. From the painted area, won't go down. Goes to the right side. Derek White blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Harden. Not that time. He missed it. And finishes strong.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Spurs will take the timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Pop gonna pull the string. New personnel coming on. Patty Mills matched up with Paul. Fires the three. Well defended. Tough shot for Patty Mills.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
That misses with a second to go. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. The opening tip to the Pistons, and we're underway at Little Caesars Arena. Jackson. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Harkless. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Can't connect from inside to Drummond. Trailblazers with the basketball. Lillard, and he hits.
Shot, bro.
Probing the defense. Jackson with it. Down two. Here's a chance from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. The pass taken away. Griffin to Drummond. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Lillard. To McCollum. To Cantor. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Jackson with it. They trail by 2. Goes to the left side. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. To McCollum. Lets it fly from long range. His first effort off the mark.
I got ball. This is all me.
Cutter.
To Griffin. Drummond. Jackson. Reggie Jackson. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
It's Portland ball. Lillard to McCollum. Here comes the screen. McCollum. Pass stolen by Detroit. To Griffin. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken in by the Trailblazers. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
To Lillard. McCollum. Beyond the arc for 3. A tough make there for C.J. McCollum. Can't fault the defender on that one.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Reggie Jackson up against the Weber State product. To Drummond. Over to the right side. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Driving is Lillard, but his shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jarring is only going to escalate.
To Seth Curry. For 3. Rebound taken down by the Pistons.